This, yeah. Here we go.
Dude, I used to look like
White-
an interviewer.
White monkey like 10 years ago where they'd hire a white person to look like
Dude, I used to look like
White-
an interviewer.
white monkey work peak like 10 years ago where they'd hire a white person to look like a doctor or CEO and shake hands at a wedding or a conference to add legitimacy.
Where they'd have a white person to look like a
Yeah.
doctor or CEO, just so that they like.
I'm not even kidding. I'm pretty sure Blau has done a little bit of white monkey work in China. Yeah.
Okay.
What the fuck?
I remember him telling me, yeah. Like, well, he would like actually work for a company.
Yeah.
And then they would put him in like a meeting to offer more legitimacy or like
Okay, wait. So it's a good thing.
yeah, it's still
It's
like
wow,
demeaning.
look at our white person. We are a business.
It's a little bit demeaning still. Yeah.
Yeah. No, of course. But I thought it was like white monkey. Like, look at my white guy. He looks so stupid. Which I mean is
No, this is the other side of it.
yeah.
Okay, I'll address the white monkey allegations brought up on the Hasan broadcast here today. Kind of. There are legitimately like people who are just straight up hired to just like stand there, shit like that. That wasn't quite me. So the stories I've told Hasan, and I don't know if I've told these on stream, but like these are like when I worked for Riot and I would go to China, specifically to the city of Shenzhen, to do stuff with Tencent. And what he's saying is kind of true. It's not like to the degree of like I would just be invited to random meetings, but it was especially true for social events. It was especially true for social events where like they would take us, you know, we went gambling in like Macau, or like we went to like, you know, some of the casinos in Macau, and me and another guy who I worked with named Mason, who was like, you know, taller than me, white guy. And they would always bring us along for stuff, and it always felt like we were introduced first. But where the really crazy one that I remember is me getting I would get introduced to a lot of the girls would want to meet me, and then they would like introduce themselves to me. And I guess like dating your coworkers is like, they're like, it's culturally like a little bit different there. They're like way more about like dating coworkers and stuff like that. And basically I'd be introduced to a lot of girls there, and they'd be like, oh, he's from like, and like they'd like, I don't know, they do that. But yeah, a lot of times, again, it's not like I would just sit in on meetings that I shouldn't be, but it was definitely like if I was in a meeting, they would put me like next to people that were too important for me to sit next to in normal circumstances. Like normally I would have been like that person, like in, you know, behind the glass, like 2 rows back for the big meeting. But in this case, I'm like sitting like right next to someone important. So,